You're changing history, you're changing culture, and you had people, and I'm not talking about the neo-Nazis and the white nationalists, because they should be condemned totally.
Abraham Lincoln here is one of the most racist presidents we've had in modern history.
We're trotting out and peddling people's racist, sexist, bigoted stereotypes.
And their colleagues have distorted the facts.
Take the worst I say and turn them to a game. Take the best I say and put them on display.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. Excuse me, Hunter. Apparently you're afraid of my words.
Hunter Biden is not above the law. We want to send him to the DOJ, and we want to trust the DOJ to do their job.
I want my Republican colleagues to give me one thing, that I can go campaign on and say we did.
The bill, as I said, codifies one definition of anti-Semitism. A definition that the author says shouldn't be codified.
RICO is not a crime. They want to act like they blind. They don't know what this is. These are our national secrets. Looks like in the shitter to me.
Leadership of the plans to get them back into chambers. That would have been call number 3 with Speaker Pelosi.
You didn't have one call, you didn't have 2 calls, you had 3 calls. So Speaker Pelosi's comments that she didn't speak to were inaccurate.
That is correct, sir.
Welcome to the Off-Label Podcast, your daily dose of sanity in an insane world. Look, we actually broke it yesterday. We're going to follow up. We got some more about the Michigan mass incident for YouTube. Somebody kind of ran into a church and just started unloading rapid fire. We got more about that story here. We're also going to show you how Alex Padilla is actually truly an anchor baby. We got more coming up on him coming up. And then we have to take our attention to Antarctica again, because something came up really, really recently that kind of made me remember something, and I caught on more to that. I think I figured out what Antarctica was. However, on the Rumble side, buckle up, ladies and gentlemen, because Wesley Hunt destroyed Bill Maher on his own show. Got several clips of that. Let's get started, guys.
Hey kid, don't ever let them get inside your head. They'll tell you what to do in life instead of everything you know that you can get. Don't let them guide your life towards regret. I'll fight for what I love with every breath. My past is filled with things I won't forget. I use them all to push me to my best. So treat the worst of times just like a test. If only I could go back in time, I'd tell myself that everything will end up alright. Just push yourself, test yourself, figure out what you like, and find your limits, don't be rigid, always work towards a prime. Surround yourself with open minds, people can change your life. A few friends with intent can help you feel alive. Find a passion, take some action, and with a little time, just be patient, make a statement, try to enjoy your life. They'll try to kick you while you're down. They wanna rise up while you drown. They wanna fill your head with doubt. They're silently scared that you'll figure it out. I'll make it look like I'm losing. Won't bother hiding my bruises. And when they finally think you're wounded, then it's your chance to be ruthless. I'll make it look like I'm losing. Won't bother hiding my bruises. And when they finally think you're wounded, then it's your chance to be ruthless.
Mr. President, we can't go to war with Iran.
Why not? They have nuclear weapons.
They said they don't, sir, and they don't want to go to war.
They're about 2 weeks away from nuclear weapons.
They said you've been saying that for 20 years, Mr. President.
Are you calling me a liar? Is that what it is? Are you... Alejandro, am I a liar?
No, Mr. President.
See, I'm not a liar.
But, sir...
But Alejandro said no, and he's Mexican, and if he lies, I'll deport him. I'll send him back.
Sir, we must seek peace.
I agree with you. We must seek a peace of Iran right this moment.
Sir, we highly advise against the war right now.
Then let's bomb them with our biggest bombs, and we can drop the bombs on them with a lot of precision and a lot of force, and then we can call for peace.
That doesn't make sense, sir.
Of course it does. I'll put it in a tweet on Twitter.
Mr. President, this is dangerous.
Alejandro, one more word, I'll be deporting you.
I'm a citizen.
I forgot my password.
Sir, you cannot provoke a war with Iran just because Bibi told you to.
Only I call him Bibi, Brian.
There's bigger problems, Mr. President.
Yes, there are, like Alejandro's haircut. My mother cuts my hair. So she's blind? I'm so sorry to hear that.
Mr. President, we need a solution, and fast.
How about this time we create another 9/11, we create another one, and then we can blame it on the Iranians.
Those tricks don't work anymore, sir. The public is on to us. Social media is huge.
They're making TikToks about everything, Mr. President.
Okay, so we'll do it on 9/12. How's that? 9/12, they won't suspect it. It's a different day, and 12 is a different number than 11, so... Call Papa John's. We're about to have a big night.
Get me Papa John's.
No,
Funny's funny. Sorry. Funny's funny.
it is. It is Papa John's. If he would have said Domino's, I'd have lit up with it. Because that's that Domino's pizza tracker thing. I gotta change the cameras. Hold on, guys.
It's Domino's? I thought it was just a pizza tracker. I thought it was just...
No, it's for Domino's. Because there's Domino's inside the Pentagon.
Oh, right, Domino's.
If he would have said that shit, I'd have lost it.
He still said Papa John's. Still. I was like, this is fucking hilarious.
What up, everybody? How you doing?
Hi,
we got Louie in the house, Muffin, Carolyn, Jeno, Rhoda. Let's see. Going up. Is up there too. We got everybody on the Rumble side. We got Mom's Mysteries and Mayhem. Jennifer's with us. Be the one. The Scott's over here as well. Carolyn's over there. Look at that. Look at that. We'll have some more people coming in. Jonathan's with us.
Mom's Mystery and Mayhem did a great job with her Tesla information.
Okay.
Was it last night?
What do you mean by that? Like what?
You're talking about Nikola Tesla.
Oh.
Last night.
Okay. We
were watching it. Did a great job. She was stuttering and muttering a little bit. She was kind of like me. Thank you. It's Amanda's. She was kind of like me when I do stuff by myself. It's like okay, and Nikola Tesla 1869 did this and then you heard this mystery voice from the background. This mystery Canadian voice in the background. Yeah, it's hard doing it alone. I know. I don't know how Rich does it.
What?
I don't know how Rich does it. Rich will be on for hours just by himself. What up, Deluxe?
Yeah, I can fucking do it as long as I got.
Hello, guys.
Especially with like Senate hearings and shit, because I mean that's just what I'm doing without a camera in front of me. So what the fuck?
I don't know. It's like I said. I've tried to do it by myself with certain topics, and I'm just and I have so many things that I want to say, and even if I wrote them down, I'd still be like
yeah, because you can't read.
I can only read certain
Alex,
things.
thank you for the 5. Hello, guys. How you doing?
Listen, I can't read fucking deluxe words, okay? I can read simple words. And then sometimes I can't even read my own fucking writing. I try to write so fast.
Well, let's write about this then, I guess. Well, we're going to talk about this, not write about it, because fuck writing. I've had enough of that shit. Check this out, ladies and gentlemen.
Wants to tell you about it at church. Outside of Detroit, Michigan, today, a gunman opening fire during Sunday services. Ike Kajachi joins me here at the desk now. Ike, I mean, terrifying, horrible that it happened there at a church and a service. What do we know?
Yeah, Phil, this was a frightening incident unfolding earlier this morning. According to police and local sources, an active shooter situation broke out shortly after the 10:45 Sunday service began, or around 11:15 in the morning to be exact. Now, right now, police are investigating a Facebook live stream from the church. An event was being held when members heard gunshots and immediately
That's what we were showing.
Authorities say the armed suspect was on his way to the church when a bystander attempted to stop him using a truck. Now, the suspect reportedly opened fire at the truck, and that's when a security guard at the church intervened. Investigators say the security guard shot and killed the suspect, ending the threat. Now, police confirm one person was injured in the incident, a shot to the leg, and no other injuries have been reported. The FBI, along with local police and support teams, are on the scene providing assistance and investigative support. Homeland Security is also monitoring the situation right now. Now, police, they're asking residents to avoid the area as they continue their investigation. Phil, this is still an active scene right now, and again, this another terrible incident.
Yeah, but thank goodness for the person in that truck and the security guard.
Absolutely.
Ike, thank you.
So, when they say a good guy with a gun doesn't stop a bad guy with a gun.
Yep.
Look at that. Gun violence in America.
Well, no, see, yesterday we were talking about how this dude actually ran the car into the church and then opened fire. Like, apparently he hit something else with the car if they were able to hit him before he even made it to the church.
No, I think somebody ran into him with the truck.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah. Yeah, somebody ran him over and then fucking shot him.
Oh, so that's what the vehicle incident was outside the church then?
Yeah.
That we were talking. Okay.
Yeah. But once again,
live stream was bone chilling. The gunfire was nuts. Yeah, that was straight up straight up automatic fire.
Yeah. But I mean, like I said,
church. No,
they always talk about a good guy with a gun never stops a bad guy with a gun. There you go. Perfect example. And only one person got shot in the leg, and that's it.
Yeah, and that's what happened. That was the actual officer. I think it was. But
one of the security guards. And that's what happens when the fucking auxiliary officers do their fucking jobs. Not like what happened in Florida a couple of years ago, where the resource officer just decided to stay back and not do a fucking thing.
Huh?
What happened in Florida a couple of years ago? What was that school shooting?
No, Jennifer asked if I saw what Church had posted in the Discord, and I was like, no, but I was taking a look now. Sorry, my bad. I fully agree that they should be given due process and would not want any of those things to happen to any of them. I simply want them all out of our country. Where does this to? She's using the opportunity for clout. My father was deported. Yeah, she is.
Hold on, go back. I want to see what it says. My father was deported by
she couldn't be, but that's who they're talking about. Yeah.
His allegiance has been and always been to Mexico. I will never wave the Mexican flag. I'm American. Only one flag represents me, and it's red, white, and blue.
Okay.
Wait, go back up for a sec. Honest question. Oh, why did I thought it said why do you live here? Why did to abuse the system and the Democrats created for them? Isn't that what fucking Trump said about his taxes?
Right.
And then somebody goes,
"You won't close the loopholes," is because your buddies use it too. Yeah.
Yeah. And then you're retarded. Do you even know her story? She's using this opportunity for clout, saying that her dad was a scumbag, which is probably true, but this doesn't mean you get to validate kidnapping innocent civilians based on the color of their skin. Everyone always cheers for the good guys in the movies, but guess who you're cheering for now? The good guys.
And this is from Church here.
Wow, are you dumb? It's not kidnapping, and it's nothing to do with skin color. We do not want illegals here. By definition, they're all criminals.
The post was deleted by the author, but I fully agree that they should be given due process, and I would not want any of these things to happen to any of them. I simply want them the hell out of our country. If you want to come to our country, simply do it the correct way. To think they are being killed or sold into slavery as sex slaves is just wild and pretty absurd, though. The thing is, most of you either do not know, understand, or care what the due process actually is. Due process is simply the process that is due to you under the law, and that process varies depending on upon status in the country. Illegal aliens and civilians versus lawful permanent residents, etc. He is right. He's right. You guys should want some grandiose jury trial for every single illegal immigrant who is being deported, and that's simply not what due process is in this situation. Immigration courts are Article 2 courts, not Article 3 courts, meaning they are courts that fall under the executive branch. Once an Article 2 court issues a final order of removal, the illegal aliens are afforded the opportunity to file a writ of habeas corpus. This is the only remedy that is entitled to them. Habeas corpus loosely means bring the body. Now, a writ of habeas corpus does not take place in Article 3 court. However, the judge in this court does not get to review the reasoning for deportation. The only judicial review that occurs is the Article 3 court, that is, government must prove that they actually have the correct person, hence bring the body. They are bringing the body, so the judge can determine whether or not they have the correct person in custody, the person who is ordered to be removed by statute and upheld by many different case laws. This is the only judicial review that these judges are entitled to do. They cannot review the merits of the deportation orders or the order of withholding at all. 100% correct. 100% correct on that. The only thing they had to do, they didn't have to even bring him back to the United States. The only thing they actually had to do was sit there and say, hey, let's give him a Zoom call and have that interview. That's all they had to do. But they used your taxpayer monies to fly him back because, no, he wasn't in this country. He wasn't on our soil. He didn't get that interview here. So we still had to bring him back off your fucking dime just to do this dumb shit.
And now he's out on the loose, just doing whatever he wants to do. He'll get caught again.
Oh, hell yeah, he will.
Again.
But yeah, let's go back here. Just sorry, we had to squirrel out for a good little minute on that. An alleged active shooter intent on attacking Michigan church on Sunday was shot and killed by a security guard and another church staff member who prevented a large-scale mass shooting. The shooting unfolded around 11:15 a.m. local time at the CrossPointe Community Church in Detroit's suburbs of Wayne, according to the Wayne Police Department. The gunman was identified as Brian Anthony Browning, 31, from Romulus, Michigan. Why is it Romulus? I mean, I know that's a Roman god, but it always makes me think of Star Trek. His motivations are unknown, according to the police, though the officials said he appeared to be suffering from a mental health crisis. Oh, no shit. Yeah, he's suffering from a mental health crisis, walking up to a church with a fully automatic weapon. Yeah, it's a thing, right? Browning had no criminal history. His mother was a member of the church, and the suspect attended 2 or 3 services over the course of last year. So his mother was a member of the church, and he went to that church a few times before actually striking it. Trying to strike it. Put it that way. Police said the suspect exited his Nissan truck wearing a tactical vest, armed with a long gun and a handgun when he approached the church building and began firing his weapon. Several staff members from the church approached the gunman, police said, adding that a parishioner struck the gunman with his vehicle, and the gunman shot the vehicle repeatedly. That dude's a fucking hero.
Yeah.
That parishioner deserves a goddamn medal. This motherfucker sat in a truck, gunned that shit down. That dude stood there and opened fire to shoot this dude down. That was probably the second round of shots that we heard. Was this dude trying to gun for him. And he ran the motherfucker over, and the security guard took him out. At least 2 team members shot the gunman, causing fatal wounds. One staff member, a member of the security team, was shot in the leg by the suspect. They underwent a successful surgery and expected to recover. Okay. The church staff member did not wish to be identified. At this point, the Wayne Police Department is still investigating the incident with the assistance of multiple state, local, and federal partnerships. Bomb-sniffing dogs was brought to the scene by the Michigan State Police, and a police bomb squad was also brought to the scene, according to the officials, but there was no intermediate confirmation from police that explosives were involved in the incident. Davey, bring up that report again.
Which one?
About the bomb threat. Did you save it? Yep.
No, that's not it.
Yep.
Thought I had it. Hold on.
There it is.
Now, there's multiple sources saying this, but this was one of the first ones.
Yeah, this was like, 20, 30 minutes into the pregame. Yeah. So this happened roughly around 6 o'clock.
Yeah, but there's more saying it now. Bomb threat has been reported near the White House. All nearby buildings have been evacuated. And then CJ Parsons says, breaking, there's currently a block-wide evacuation order in effect near the White House. The reason for the evacuation order is unknown at this time. Then we go here. And then we go Defiant L's bomb threat reported near the White House as nearby buildings are evacuated. Another one. Right here. Raw alerts. Nearby buildings have been reportedly evacuated after a bomb threat was reported near the White House. At this time, emergency crews and law enforcement agencies are on the scene in D.C. following a reported bomb threat near the White House. Multiple nearby buildings have been evacuated, and the block-wide evacuation order remains in effect as a precaution. The Secret Service and bomb squad units are actively investigating the threat. The situation remains unconfirmed, and authorities have yet to issue an official statement. This is a developing situation that was 34 minutes ago.
I wanted to give some time for information to flood out before we let in with that, because yeah, that's something that's actually developing right now. Keep your eye on that, Davey. But yeah.
Raw report says Homeland Security has just approved a plan to build a detention center for undocumented immigrants surrounded by an alligator moat and pythons. A Department of Homeland Security has approved federal building for Florida's plans to establish immigration detention centers, including proposed site in the Everglades. The state officials have nicknamed Alligator Alcatraz. According to state leaders,
I thought that was a fucking joke when I was hearing that today. That's actually a thing?
Yeah. The government has officially approved the construction of the facility along with others will collectively house up to 5,000 detainees. These centers are expected to begin receiving detainees as early as next month and are being described as temporary. Florida's Chief of Staff, James Uthermere, shared more details about the location, revealing that it sits on virtually abandoned Air Force. Reveals that it sits on a virtually abandoned Air Force, originally intended to be the world's largest airport. The site includes an 11,000-foot runway capable of accompanying large aircrafts for transporting and processing detainees. Oh my God. Uthermere emphasized that the facility would be temporary and naturally secure, surrounded by the Everglades, harsh and isolating environment, which he referred to as Mother Nature's natural barrier. Hold on, and there's a video.
Oh, bring it full screen. Let me unmute you here.
Alligator Alcatraz. If that doesn't sound like Florida, I don't know what does.
This 30 square mile area is completely surrounded by the Everglades. Presents a efficient, low-cost opportunity to build a temporary detention facility because you don't need to invest that much in the perimeter. People get out, there's not much waiting for them other than alligators and pythons. Nowhere to go, nowhere to hide. Within just 30 to 60 days after we begin construction, it could be up and running and could house as many as 1,000 criminal aliens. This presents a great opportunity for the state of Florida to work with Miami-Dade and Collier counties. Alligator Alcatraz, we're ready to go.
Let's fucking do it.
Bro, remember when Trump was like, can we build a moat around America and put like sharks and alligators and stuff?
Oh, hell yeah. Rep Garcia always fucking used to make jokes about that shit. He would try to diss him like, oh my God, he wants to put out, yeah, he's putting alligators in the bitch.
He finally got it. He finally fucking got Deluxe with the dono. Mom's Mystery of Mayhem. Hot damn. I just noticed my ex profile picture is me with a beard dyed red, like I mentioned on Railify Saturday. Then got clowned on a little LMAO. Dude, but this is fucking. You want to talk about perfect? This has got a fucking runway. So you take these motherfuckers, you detain them, you give them their fucking Zoom meeting with the fucking with the court,
and then
you process them, and then bye bye.
Let that plane run 24/7. The only time it stops is when it's refueling.
And now that Trump got the ability to drop them off in a third whatchamacallit.
You ain't even got to worry about third world countries and like
not third world, like a third
third
option. Like a third party country. Yeah. So if they get processed, bye.
Uh-huh.
Bye. I can't believe Trump got his fucking wish. Can we build something with alligators and like sharks with fucking lasers on their heads?
Look, the sharks with lasers on his head is going a little bit too far, but we will have lasers in outer space. We will have the Jewish space lasers. I promise you that. We will have our global dome, whatever the fuck that is. That's coming. But yeah, apparently, like, give it up for this parishioner, guys. Give it up, like everybody. What up, Marlene? We got Bruce Royce in the house. We gotta say hi to everybody else.
Alcatraz prison wallets.
Just Rhonda's with us over there. Everybody just stayed on you on Rumble this time.
Deluxe with the donut. Hell yeah, Florida, get her done. Alligator Alcatraz.
I mean,
that's fucking awesome, dude. I'm not gonna lie. I mean, that could not.
I approve.
That could not be more perfect. It could not be more fucking perfect.
Where are you gonna go? You gonna die. I mean, that's what you're gonna do. You're gonna try to escape out of here. It's minimum security. You got all the amenities you need. They don't have to really worry about you escaping, because where the fuck are you gonna go? You don't know what's lurking in the waters right there, right at you. I mean, it's a whole bunch of people. There's food cooking. These motherfuckers smell that. They know it's there, so they're gonna gather. Where are you going? Did y'all hear Gavin Newsom invited the vice president to a debate? Oh my God. That ain't gonna happen. Vance is too fucking busy. That ain't gonna happen. But
it says make him a mod on YouTube. On the YouTube.
I did it. Okay, but
back to the church.
Yeah, we got a little bit of information. Please, church. This comes from their own local news. No, this was Live 11, wasn't it? No, WHS 11, WHAS 11. What the fuck ever. But oh wait, shit.
After a gunman opened
I
fire
forgot to push
outside the
button. My
church.
bad.
Police investigating this Facebook live stream. Inside the CrossPointe Community Church, people seen scrambling to exit.
Please, everybody come to the back.
After hearing what sound like gunshots. Ring camera video near the church also capturing what seemed to be multiple rounds of gunfire. Police say parishioners outside saw the gunman driving recklessly, then get out of his vehicle wearing a tactical vest, carrying a rifle and a handgun. They say he began firing as he approached the church. That's when one parishioner and multiple church staffers confronted him.
A parishioner struck the gunman with his vehicle as the gunman shot the vehicle repeatedly. At least 2 staff members shot the gunman, causing fatal wounds.
Authorities credit church staff with killing the suspect, a 31-year-old man believed to have been suffering from a mental health crisis.
Did you see that?
Grateful for the heroic action.
What?
It's in Dearborn.
Have been suffering from a mental health crisis.
We are grateful for the heroic actions of the church's staff members, who undoubtedly saved many lives and prevented a large-scale mass shooting.
Allison Cossack, ABC News, New York.
It's in Dearborn.
God damn. But we got a little bit here from 11 Alive as well.
What was the shooter's name? We said the shooter's name. We don't know the religion of the shooter. Well, apparently the shooter went to that church with his mom.
Yeah, Brian Anthony Browning. He was suffering from a mental health crisis. Went to the church. His mom was a member of that church that he targeted. Went to the church 2 or 3 times, like in the past year, and then did this. So yeah, I don't know what religion would be. I guess atheist at this point. This is best thing I could throw at you for this.
Yeah.
Got nothing as far as any kind of motive just yet. This just happened. We'll see what's going on, but let's.
I don't think we're gonna find a motive. He's fucking dead.
Yeah, somebody's got to know something.
Please, everybody come to the back.
A live stream taken inside CrossPointe Community Church shows the terrifying moments when gunfire erupted just outside a Sunday service.
CrossPointe Community Church, they have an active shooter situation in the parking lot. Male is continuously shooting.
One witness described hiding in the bathroom after hearing shots ring out.
We were just praying and we didn't really know what was going on, but we knew it was bad. And then hearing all the gunshots and just praying that everybody was safe.
Just after 11 a.m., police
That was
say
horrible,
a gunman
Mike.
began driving erratically in front of the church and came out of his car wearing a tactical vest, armed with a long gun and a handgun. He started firing at the building. A nearby parishioner hit the gunman with their car, and he started shooting at the vehicle. That's when 2 armed security guards started shooting at the man. 1 guard was shot in the leg, and the gunman was killed. Police say those quick actions saved countless lives.
So you believe it was his intention to commit that shooting?
Yes.
Police revealed the shooter was a 31-year-old man from Romulus. He was not a member of the church, and his motive is still unknown. Police believe he was experiencing a mental health crisis.
Again, just one more thank you to the church staff members. I'm telling you right now, their actions prevented dozens of people from being murdered today.
Lead pastor Bobby Kelly says their security team has practice drills for situations like these. He thanks their preparedness and the church's faith for preventing a mass tragedy.
We do see this in our world quite a bit, and so many churches think about this, plan for this, have teams in place if this happens, and we see that it still happens.
Why? Why do you have teams in place for that kind of shit, though, man?
But everybody should have fucking armed guards.
At this point in time, yeah.
Yeah. Places, all churches and everything like that should have fucking armed guards. At least one person with a fucking gun. Jennifer with the dono. Wonder if whoever shot and ran him over really knew ahead of time. Evil.
Apparently the dude lived right around the corner from it. Yeah, he was right there. Because that Ring doorbell camera, you could see that white truck that was shot up in there. From that Ring doorbell camera, you could see the white truck that was in theirs. So yeah, apparently he was right there on scene.
I think, to be honest with you, right place, right time. Right place, right time. That guy was at the right place at the right time, ran his ass over, and then took his ass out.
Browning's mother is a member of the church, blah, blah, blah. The motive for the shooting is not clear. Browning was armed with an AR-15 style rifle at the time, along with more than a dozen fully loaded magazines, a semi-automatic handgun, with an extended magazine and hundreds of rounds of ammunition. Yeah, he was looking for that shit.
Yeah.
He was spotted driving erratically outside the church before the shooting, the news said. The suspect was wearing tactical vest when he exited the vehicle and opened fire with a long gun and a handgun. Yeah. I don't know what to make of this one, though, altogether, dude. Like,
but I know
there's nothing here so far as anything to sit there and this may be a one-off situation altogether.
I don't, and there's no mention of a manifesto. There's no, I mean, it's, but usually by now we'd have something.
Oh yeah.
See, by now we'd have something, you know, a mother's statement, you know, whether there's a manifesto or not.
Well, let's see what they got on X right now.
Jesus, Luke, why do you gotta look like that?
Wayne, Michigan, 31-year-old man dead after law. Yep. He's just been ID'd.
Yeah. Nothing.
That is a little fucking weird, though, isn't it?
Go back up. Go back up. What was that coin that was under him?
Huh?
Go back up. Right there.
I don't know. Come buy my book and pay a bunch of money to see this college for knowledge that God will give you freely if you ask him. What abomination of a church.
I don't know. I don't know.
Have nothing to do with the fruitless deeds of darkness, but rather expose them. What you have said in the dark will be heard in the daylight, and what you have whispered in the ear in the inner rooms will be proclaimed from the roofs. You have not lied to men, but you have lied to the Spirit of the Lord. His blood is on your hands.
That's what he posted. Looks like on Instagram.
So he was blaming the church for something. CrossPointe Community Church, 15th stream 22 hours ago. Liar. This is the third time that I am visiting you. Every fact shall be sustained and confirmed by the testimony of 2 or 3 witnesses. I have already warned those who have sinned in the past, and the rest as well. I warn them now, even though I am absent from you, as I did when I was with you the second time, that if I come back, I will not spare anyone. Holy shit. I don't know why this one is here, though. From your Watch Later playlist.
From PewDiePie.
There's gotta, if this is something, if they're trying to put it.
Trying to say something, May. The Biggest Liar Cheapskate TLC number 16.
April 13th, 2025, Snatch Away Part 2. And this is what they're. There's something here.
Yeah, but here's the weird part about it. It says, if you look, it says PewDiePie 5.1 million 4 years ago.
Yeah.
For the Biggest Liar Cheapskate TLC number 16. But the date of the CrossPointe, it says April 13th, 2025. So how would this be played 4 years for?
No, they were okay. So they're doing Snatch Away Part 2. Whatever Snatch Away is, this is their main point. This is what they're going to use to talk about whatever. They're using his videos, so they're going to link it for you to watch. There's something here. And from keep redline that passage right there. That was the one that we read about your words will come to light.
Yeah, but it says my God versus your God.
Yeah.
Oh wait, what is this?
Oh, what? Let's see. Live Davy's screen.
No, yours. No, yours.
Oh, you want to go to mine?
Yeah. What is this?
Not categorized. Domestic violence or knowingly assaulting a pregnant, indifferent 35th. Who the fuck is this? Because that can't be from the same shit. Is it?
I don't know. Scroll to the next one. No, go back. Keep scrolling.
Yeah.
Keep scrolling to where it goes to there.
And then here.
And then where's that attached to?
I have no fucking clue.
Go down to the where oh wait.
Oh, it's okay, it's in a thread. Okay, this shit is in a thread. Okay. Free the world with that picture. I don't know why that is there.
Oh, okay. Tyler Pinner died May 18th, 2025, possibly of a drug overdose based on the family's post on Facebook. He was a criminal history, including drug possession and assaulting pregnant women. A Facebook user claims he was also accused of raping women.
Are you trying to say that ain't the person? Brian Browning died, drew a few rectangles. This is the third time I'm visiting you. Tyler Pinner. Who the fuck is Tyler Pinner? What the fuck happened here?
I don't know. Free the World just went fucking rogue.
On his Facebook, he condemned an admonition of the church and believed God gave him the signs. Okay.
His hair is much, much shorter now. Yeah, it is.
Well, his head's much, much shorter now. But yeah. Yeah. Sort of relief, but is...
We'll go to those pictures really quickly and see what the fuck... Oh, go back. Go back. Are they
using that picture as a dude?
This is Tyler Pinner updated. This is just fucking wild, dude.
No, that can't be.
Yeah, that was okay. So that was the first dude. That was the first dude that they said it was. Remember?
Oh.
That was the first
last night.
Yeah.
Oh goddamn. Okay.
And then but it wasn't him.
That makes sense. That makes sense.
Yeah.
No, because that was Tyler Pinner.
Yeah.
Pinner.
They were trying to say that was Browning.
And this dude's assaulting pregnant women, apparently.
Yeah. Still a bad fucking dude. Oh, so they were using the picture, and they're saying that he was fucking he died a couple of years ago.
Ah.
So you don't believe the first fucking 24 hours,
right?
You got to give it some fucking time. That's why I didn't want to fucking
read. I want to see. Oh, I'm sorry. I forgot to push buttons again. But yeah, this is about this shit. I forgot to push buttons to put it back on my screen. I apologize to fuck, but yeah, they were trying to say like early on we were getting reports about this dude. Okay, I know what she's trying to say here with all this.
Yeah.
Early on, we were getting reports about this dude. He was the one supposedly it. Apparently, no, that's Tyler fucking Penner. This motherfucker's a pregnant woman beater. And my 29-year-old son died May 18th in Franklin. Okay, so he died.
Yeah,
he's
he's dead.
But they're trying to circulate the whole thing
That was him. See, this is why you gotta wait. This is why you gotta wait.
Nice. Okay. I get it. I get what they were throwing out with that. I mean, that was just off the top there. We were looking for more information and that came up.
Yeah, it was weird. Fucking weird.
I had to pay attention to that and what was fucking being actually said for me to really get information from it. But hey, that was some good information. Yeah, they pinned the wrong motherfucker.
They pinned a fucking dead dude. Fucking dude was dead since May.
Who the fuck was pinning the dead dude at the very beginning? That's what we need to track back, because I guarantee you there's something to that then. Because why would you be trying to pin a dead dude? Just to be the first to report shit?
Yeah. Well, it's the same with the fucking the guy
and
who
there
tried
needs to be some criminal charges for that.
Yeah. Oh, the guy who tried to
if
fucking
he's dead or not. There needs to be some.
The first guy that they said tried to assassinate Trump and it wasn't him.
Right. Same, yeah, that was the same damn shit with that kid, yeah.
Yeah. And it wasn't. Yeah.
Okay, so just roundup. We have just uncovered the fact that the first person they actually pinned it on was not the actual shooter. There was a dude who went to a church a few times with his mom, supposedly going through a mental health crisis. He drove erratically, got out of his truck with a tactical vest, fired a couple of shots at the church. As he was walking up to it, a parishioner was right there at the fucking church, got into his truck, ran the dude over, and 2 security guards ended him. One of the security guards was hit in the leg. No motive, no reason, no nothing yet. But we did prove that that dude is not who they say he is.
Deluxe with the donut. Luke, you have to look like that, Davey. I don't know if you guys saw it, but it was just a picture of Rich switched it to his camera, and you just saw Luke like this. Look at the camera, like the camera was right here, and you saw Luke look like this. It was like, God.
But yeah, that's what we got on that. For that right now, that's all we have. There could be something later on, maybe, but I don't think this is really going to turn out to be something. I just think this is a random fucking incident, dude. From what I'm gathering right now, it's just some random incident, some crazy motherfucker that had access to weapons and just went kind of fuck the world. You know, kind of like me with no restraint. You know?
Yeah,
but I ain't going to do it that way. That's too risky. I'll just plant a nuclear fucking bomb in your city. I'm sorry, YouTube. No, I won't.
it might, you know what? It might come out that, you know, maybe something happened with him and the church. And
that could be true.
Something happened with him in the church, and he was pissed off about it.
Kind of like that sheriff that killed that judge.
Yep.
You called that night.
Yeah.
Square one. As soon as you saw that information, you're like, they did something to that kid's son. Or that
guy's daughter.
Man's child, yeah.
Yeah. Because there's no way a sheriff goes into a judge's chambers and fucking and offs him for no reason.
All right, let's get this going a little bit quickly. You know what? Fuck it. We'll do a little bit extra on YouTube. For the Alex Padilla is the anchor baby portion. Ladies and gentlemen, While Democrat Senator Alex Padilla is in the news, here's what you should know about him. He openly admitted California will use taxpayer funds to protect illegal aliens from deportation. This comes from Christian Collins for Texas.
The Trump administration. Will some of that money also be set aside to protect migrants and undocumented immigrants in California as they seek either legal advice or continued legal financial backing to support their efforts to stay within
she
California
still needs
and the United
tacos.
States?
Yeah. Again, if the first Trump administration is any indicator, we know that there will continue to be a lot of fear in communities.
We
and
could do taco
communities that
party on
deserve to know
Wednesday.
what their rights are and what their rights are not. And so if it's legal assistance, legal advice, legal support, that's just the California way. We embrace our diversity. Our diversity is what's made our communities thrive and our economy thrive.
I got a question.
What?
Is this dude wearing a full fucking mouth of dentures or implants? Because it's like he's trying to form his lips around his teeth. But the way he's doing it is almost like he's pulling his tongue back in the back of his mouth so he don't bite because he doesn't know where his teeth are. Listen.
And so we will assist families against the threats of the Trump administration.
The governor has called a special.
I will say this, though. I will never trust a single motherfucker whose teeth are that white and that goddamn straight. Never. Because if you are so vain to fuck around with your goddamn teeth like that, unless it's an emergency kind of situation, you're so fucked up. If you're so vain to fuck out to change that shit, I can't trust you.
I thought you were going to say if you're so vain to fuck your teeth. I can't trust you.
I mean, to fix your shit in that way, you know, for a vain reason, just because you might think you look better with straight teeth. I'm never going to trust you. Now, if it's in the case of your teeth are just moving so far, so fast that they're all going to fall out, maybe. You know, straighten that shit up. Yeah, try to reverse the process. That kind of situation, cool. But goddamn, why? What is the point of that? Because it's all determined in your genetics anyway. What is the point of actually having any of that done? You're going to spend thousands upon thousands upon thousands of dollars for basically facial surgery? But anyway, this motherfucker is admitting they will use funds if it's for some kind of legal reason. They'll use funds.
They already stated they were going to fucking set aside $50 million.
Right. Well, that was after the fact. But that clip was way before the fact. Okay?
That was before?
Mm-hmm. Now, this is what gets his ass in the news.
They've been pelted with rocks and bricks. Their cars have been set on fire. Molotov cocktails have been used. We have seen people throw bottles and hammers at them. We've also seen that they have been attacked and verbally spit on or punched or assaulted, and it's just not acceptable. The Department of Homeland Security and the officers and the agencies and the departments and the military people that are working on this operation will continue to sustain and increase our operations in this city. We are not going away. We are staying here to liberate this city from the socialist and the burdensome.
Remember what I said about white straight teeth? Still applies.
Leadership that this governor and that this mayor have placed on this country and what they have tried to insert into this city. So I want to say thank you to every single person that has been able to do this.
Okay. So, before Brett, if Brett's watching, I'll probably come into this point with him and just hit him up and say, hey, check this out at this point. For Brett, you heard it here yourself. This woman was still in the middle of talking. Listen.
Liberate this city from the...
You know what? Fuck it. I'm going to send him this point, and I'm going to make it verbally so I don't have to type it out. I'm going to take the limiter off. This may hurt you guys. Hold up.
socialist and the burdensome leadership that this governor and that this mayor have placed on this country and what they have tried to insert into this city. So I want to say thank you to every single person that has been able to do this. Also,
Okay, now let me put the limiter back on. And I'm going to take my high horse. I get what you're saying, Brett. Yeah, he didn't bum rush the stage. He wasn't lunging. He wasn't doing anything from what this shows. What this does show you is she was in the middle of asking or answering a fucking question from somebody else. And this motherfucker thought he could walk in here and swing his dick around because he's a senator that nobody's ever fucking heard of until now. Unless you pay attention. He's a senator in the state you're in. How many motherfuckers can actually tell you what their senators look like if you ask them? You think these motherfuckers are going to know? Only the media would know who the fuck he is because they deal with his ass. Okay? Now, you come in just barging in, trying to get sling your fucking dick around like it's something to fucking do. If she bows to you and lets you go, because yes, she probably knows who the fuck you are, but it doesn't matter to her because that's not her situation to deal with. Her situation to deal with was the question that was asked of her before he started his bullshit. But he comes in here, big dick swinging motherfucker, because if she bowed to that, stopped answering the journalist question to answer his, she looks weak as fuck. But if anything happened, he could play the victim because technically there's nothing on here for Kristi Noem. But the way they moved in, the way they acted, yeah, there was probably something that everybody knew because how did they know about it minutes later on the fucking House floor before anybody else fucking did? How were they putting it out there in committee hearings right after the fucking fact had happened before anybody else did with an already planned narrative of what happened and how it happened and why it happened? Damn near verbatim, anybody and everybody that said those words, anything about him, were saying it in the exact same way. How? That shit was planned. There ain't no ifs, ands, or buts, and this is a fascist bullshit. No, that was fucking planned. You want to talk about fascism? Now he gets to play victim. Now Orange Man looks bad because his administration is kicking the senators out of bringing their fucking dicks around. Just because they're a senator, just because you elect them to represent you, does that mean they are above decorum? I think they should be held to a higher standard than us. I mean, you would give that respect to Kristi Noem to let her finish her question before you barged in with yours if you were senator. So why the fuck does a senator, a sitting senator who's been there for a while, get to barge in there and slap everybody in the face with his dick, including the people who wanted to know the question to that answer?
But
they should be held to a higher standard.
It didn't even sound like he was asking a question.
No.
It sounded like he was just yelling at her. He just started yelling at her. It didn't sound like he was asking a question. He just sounded like he came in and started berating her.
Right.
And that was it. And then he started to go, well, I got a question. You came in fucking hostile.
And then after they started pushing you the fuck back, after all of that shit, then you said, I'm Senator Alex Padilla. You told yourself after they were already pushing you out the fucking room. No, go fuck yourself. It's not how that works. I'd be removed no matter who the fuck I am. I'd be removed from the same goddamn situation, especially how tense everything is. We got motherfuckers trying to assassinate candidates. And have been forever. We got motherfuckers, not even presidential. I'm not even going to take it back to the Trump. Who was it? Wasn't it Steve Scalise that was shot at a baseball field?
Yeah.
All that kind of shit. There are hundreds of fucking stories I can bring up about that. When does it become a point to where they get too desperate and they go after each other? That's not a thought I actually considered until now, but by the way, I want to make a video reacting to whole Jasmine Crockett's whole 22-minute fucking.
Oh my god!
I want to do it, dude.
Did you hear the whole thing?
Do it. Yes, I recorded it. But we got Alex Padilla's parents came to America illegally from Mexico. He was born in Anchor Babies soon after. That's why he's an asshole. Our government is infiltrated with people that are not loyal to the country that gave them everything. He did not identify himself as he charged the stage, not till after he was being pushed back. Did he identify himself? To show the other camera angle from behind, please.
See, let me see if I can find it.
While he does that. Grok is far left. Fact check. That's a thoughtful question, and that's one that touches on a loaded term. The phrase anchor baby is often used as a derogatory term or derogatory way to describe children born in the U.S. to immigrant parents, implying their citizenship helps anchor their families to the country. It's not a legal term, just a political rhetoric, and one that many find offensive because it oversimplifies and stigmatizes immigrant families. After that incident and all the whining and crying, this motherfucker had this to say.
Alex Padilla. I want to begin this video by just saying thank you to everybody who's reached out to me, to Angela, to my office, expressing your support because of what's happened today. It means the world to me. I certainly have heard your support and I feel your support. So thank you. For those who may not be aware.
You got it, Dave?
Yep, got it.
Flip it to you. Let me make sure. Yep.
Ready?
Yeah, go ahead.
Guys, ready? And balancing. Sir, hands up. I'm Senator Alex Padilla.
Pause.
I have questions for...
They were already removing him at that point for rushing the stage. How close did he actually get to her? I mean, if that were you, would you expect to get that close?
No, he got pretty fucking close. He got pretty fucking close for being in civilian clothing. Not like press clothing, not with a press pass, nothing.
The motherfucker wasn't wearing a pin, nothing. I mean, Jasmine Crockett has her pins in her fucking ear and on a necklace on her fucking neck to let you know she's in Congress. So why the fuck doesn't this dude?
I'm surprised she doesn't have it on her bottom lip.
Oh my God, it's fucking annoying. Well, let's go back to mine.
The secretary,
because the fact... I'm going to pause you. We're going back to mine here.
I was in the federal building in Los Angeles today for a scheduled briefing with representatives of Northern Command because of what's been happening in Los Angeles and Donald Trump's unacceptable escalation of tension here in Los Angeles as the Department of Home...
Motherfucker, can you goddamn retarded assholes in the bag stop fucking around with shit?
Homeland Security has continued to increase the cruelty and the extremism of their immigration enforcement operations. While I was waiting for the briefing, I learned that just down the hall from where I was, Secretary Noem from the Department of Homeland Security was having a press conference. Now, Secretary Noem and the department we have been calling on and we have been sending letters to since the beginning of the year requesting more information as to what and why they are doing, with little to no response. And so I thought, let me go over there, listen in on the press conference. Maybe they're sharing some important information. While I did that, escorted over there by a National Guardsman and an FBI agent, I just heard nothing but increasing political rhetoric. Not once, but on multiple occasions. They're claiming that, well,
it doesn't give you the right to fucking interrupt, you cunt.
Because they need to rescue the people of Los Angeles from the governor and from the mayor. And I just couldn't accept the rhetoric anymore. So I had the audacity to try to ask a question. I introduced myself. I'm Senator Alex Balia, and I have a question. And it took all of maybe a second.
Not till after they were already pushing you back.
To forcibly remove me from the room, to pin me on the ground, and
gaily
handcuff me.
And butt fuck you.
Okay, for people who wondered how I'm doing,
Oh, we're keeping that out of the situation? I mean, they pulled your pants down, they had their way with your butt. I mean, I saw the video, dude. I'm sorry, that never happened.
Okay. But the big question here is, if they can do that to me, if they're willing to do that to
Cavity
me,
search.
State Senator,
They're checking him for fucking COVID the Chinese way.
On behalf of the people of California and our country,
While trying to get COVID. I'm sorry, monkeypox.
Are out there when the cameras are not on. Not the dangerous, violent criminals that they say they're targeting. I have no issue with that. But I'm talking about all the otherwise law-abiding, undocumented immigrants.
You mean the motherfuckers that have been here for 10, 15, 20, 25 years that came here illegally in the first place and decided, fuck you, this is the American way to just say, fuck it, I don't care, and stop trying to become American? You know, the promise they made before they said, fuck it, I don't care? You mean those fucking people? I'm sorry, those are the same motherfuckers that are slinging food on your street corners and picking your fucking vegetables.
So he admitted he interrupted.
Oh yeah, he definitely did that.
He couldn't stand the lies and the rhetoric anymore. So he had to ask a question.
About why illegal immigrants are your slave labor class? Okay, come on, fuck you. But yeah.
Who are so key to our economy and so valued in our communities. I think of the farm workers out in Oxnard that a couple of days ago were subjects of the raids. I think of the people at car washes, the day laborers trying to earn a living to help provide for their families. I think of cooks and other restaurant workers.
The shit that you won't do your fucking self, America, because you're too entitled as a Californian to think that your shit don't stink.
Like my dad, for 40 years, that's how he put food on the table, but now they're being traumatized.
Your dad for 40 years. Okay. We'll get into that.
And terrorized because of the tactics of the Department of Homeland Security under the Trump administration. So we're going to continue our job of oversight and to hold Donald Trump accountable, because what we've seen here...
You can't even hold your own fucking bills accountable, you cunt. You lost $100 million. Your fucking state is garbage. How do you sit there and talk about holding people accountable when you lose $100 million?
$100 billion.
$100 billion, my bad.
Gavin Newsom took it from a fucking
$20
surplus
billion
of $26
surplus.
fucking billion dollars to a, what was it?
A $73 billion loss.
It's fucking lower now, but the last time we checked, it was $73 billion fucking dollars in the course of a couple of fucking years. This motherfucker used $100 billion and no way to repay it back.
And you want to talk about accountability?
Look, the senator had a lot to do with that too. You know that.
What happened to the fucking, what was it, the railroad? That they were supposed to spend $4 billion on?
Yeah, the bullet train where they made just like a block of train track and just said, fuck it, I'm spending the rest on something else. Or the $200 million that went to a fucking toilet, a single fucking stall toilet.
Yeah. So you want to come in here and talk about accountability and holding Donald Trump's feet to the fire? Why don't you fix your fucking state first? Dude, it's fucking enraging. It's enraging that these mentally ill fucks are trying to tell us how to live our fucking lives when they can't even balance their own fucking budget. They sit there and they scold us like we're the bottom class. Who's gonna pick your fruits? Who's gonna fucking clean your toilets? My dad was a windshield washer for fucking 40 years. He shouldn't have been here, but he's here. He was here now. Who's gonna sit there and wash and clean the dishes? Who's gonna be there in the back of the pizzeria to make fucking pizzas and Mexican food?
Yes.
You can't balance your own fucking budget. You lost $100 billion plus, and you're going to come over here and you're going to question Kristi Noem. Not even question, just interrupt her because you feel fucking entitled because what? She's a Nazi? She's
and
a
you're
fascist?
a senator, goddammit. You're a Democrat senator. You get to do whatever the fuck you want. Nobody's above the law unless you have a D beside your name.
It's fucking enraging. It's fucking enraging. These people think they don't think. They know they're better than you. They know just because they were elected that they could do whatever the fuck they want and you have nothing to say about it.
Because you never pay attention.
Meanwhile, they're supposed to represent you. They're supposed to be normal, everyday fucking people. They're not supposed to be in Congress for fucking 50 years. They're not supposed to be in Senate for 40 years. They're supposed to have regular fucking jobs.
They're
go
not
there.
supposed to be stroking out behind a fucking camera either. All right?
Yeah. That's supposed to be sitting there.
Whatever.
Not supposed to be sitting there and fucking stroking out when they're having a fucking press conference like fucking Addison what the fuck
Mitchell McConnell.
Yeah, Addison Mitchell McConnell.
I can't believe that fucker's name is actually Addison.
Meanwhile, they're just sitting there talking about how Trump's cognitive decline.
And I was here this day, this stroking out in front of a camera.
Eric Swalwell said that. Eric Swalwell said he's in a cognitive. He could fucking run circles around Eric Swalwell.
Well, yeah, he could, but Eric Swalwell's a fucking idiot. But no, I mean, McConnell was doing the same shit. He was talking about Biden's decline, but he said stroking out in front of a camera.
But
Biden's mental acuity is not what it should be to be president of the United States. Go ahead.
Jennifer with the dono. Padilla sponsored a bill in California preventing the giveaway of plastic bags in stores for free. We pay 10 cents per bag at Walmart grocery stores. Yep.
God damn.
Yeah.
Your daughter is an asshole, Davey. I said that on Rumble.
I know, I saw.
Folks who are inspired to continue to speak up, to demonstrate, to march, to protest, please peacefully protest because you don't want to.
There you go. There you go. Another federal motherfucker telling you to get out in the street, get active. Do it peacefully, but get active. Do something. I'm sorry, as an American citizen, you saying do it peacefully, I know what you mean.
Well, no, Trump said do it peacefully, and they took it as he told them to go fucking burn down Congress.
That's what I was getting at. You told me not too long ago, but go peacefully, let your voice heard meant go ahead and go commit an insurrection. So what the fuck are you doing here? What has Maxine Waters done? What has Nancy Pelosi done? What has Jasmine Crockett done? What has AOC done? What has all these motherfuckers done? Every goddamn bit of the way, they have pushed it. They have told you, get out, do something, because we're losing. The DNC is talking about taking out fucking loans to continue to do whatever the fuck they do because Act Blue has been fucking targeted.
Your daughter, Amanda. Your daughter.
Tony Hay, thank you for the 5 here. We got Denton Dixon coming in. Are we loading slowly on Rumble too, or on YouTube too? What up, G-Man? I saw you got something deleted there. Boom Shakalaka's in the house with us.
I want to go to... Where is it?
Dude, we run out of people to give to YouTube. That would be fucked up. There ain't no goddamn way. We'd have thousands of members if that were a thing. No,
let's go to a man. Way. Let's go to, I would say, the guy version of Anna Kasparian.
How about this? We're just gonna run the entire show on YouTube and Rumble tonight. Fuck it.
No, we'll go over it in a minute.
I'm sorry, Bill Maher. There ain't nobody.
Yeah, we can't.
No way we're gonna win a claim against Bill Maher. So
we'll go over in a minute. But I want to go over. I want to go to the male version of Anna Kasparian.
Let me unmute you here. Restart.
Alex Padilla, can Christy Noem speak? Could you have waited till she finished to ask your questions? To shout your questions? You are a senator, right?
Pause.
You could.
Brett, it's a black man saying the same shit with that fucked up, twisted ass jaw in this pause frame, saying the same shit I just said. Brett, it's a black man. Listen up.
Couldn't wait? So that was just you out of control because you were just losing it, huh? You, a United States Senator, couldn't compose yourself and let the head of Homeland Security finish her thoughts before you asked the question. Couldn't do that, huh? Couldn't do it, huh?
I mean, wasn't that my word?
Mm-hmm.
I mean, Jesus. But this motherfucker, ladies and gentlemen, let's go back to make sure. Padilla sponsored the bill. Yeah, that you said that one. We got the Tony Hay, your daughter's an asshole, Davey. Yeah, okay, cool. Chica Tomorrow, Mexican citizen parents lived in California almost 30 years before bothering to become legal citizens. Alex was born in 1973 and his parents didn't become citizens until he went into politics. Clearly an example of everything wrong with birthright citizenship. In 1999, Padilla was elected to city council at age 26, representing parts of the Northeast Valley. 2 days later, his mother became a U.S. citizen in a ceremony at the convention center, joining his father, who had earned his citizenship in 1998. So his dad earned citizenship a year before he became elected into the city council at age 26. And then 2 days later, his mom became a U.S. fucking citizen. What?
What? What the fuck?
Okay. Now, is this all connected? Probably not, but it's still kind of it's a California situation. It's what you do. Y'all don't look, y'all don't know, y'all don't check, y'all don't fucking give a damn. But Alejandro Padilla was born March 22nd, 1973. But his dad became a citizen in 1998. He was elected to the city council in 1999, and 2 days later, his mom becomes a U.S. citizen. 2 days. 2 days. Davey?
Yeah?
Does that sound like a favor given? I mean, how the fuck can you plan that out? 2 days later, after your son gets elected, you become a citizen?
I'm just happy his dad became a citizen in 98 at least.
After 30 fucking years.
Yeah, listen, I get it. I mean, listen, it takes time. It takes a lot of time, but listen, I get it. But he became a citizen. I got to give it to he became a citizen. He became a fucking citizen. I have to say, at least he's a citizen.
You're right.
At least he's a citizen. At least he's still not illegal right now.
Because he tried.
And then all of a sudden, he went through
the process to become a citizen before right now. Because if you're trying to claim that amnesty bullshit, you're trying to claim the citizenship shit. If you're trying to do that now, go fuck yourself. Because you've already been here 20, 30, 40, 50 fucking years. Yes, this dude had the foresight to actually go ahead and do that before his son entered fucking politics, because I guarantee you this is something that they were actually planning. If his fucking father became a citizen in 1998, that means, hey, I'm now a citizen. You can fucking run. There's nothing to it because my father. Yeah. And then he gets elected. Next fucking year, he gets elected. And then 2 days later, his mom. I don't know, dude. Like, they could have been going through the process beforehand and everything like that. And there was just some processing time between them. I get you. Cool. Fine. Whatever. But it's very, very, very fucking convenient that they actually became citizens on or
right around
before
the time
or right around the time he was running for office. Because that's a year's process.
Listen, I'd be more like more apt to be upset if they became citizens like 2 years ago.
All right, you know what? I'm going to do something fucked up. I was going to leave it for after the fact, but I'm going to set this in your mind. And this is what, when the fat JD Vance memes were going off on Twitter, this is what fucked with me so much. Okay?
Jennifer, with the dono, still on YouTube. Yep.
Yeah.
We're going to transfer over pretty soon.
After we do this shit. Okay, we're almost fucking done with this, but we got to chime in on the JD Vance thing. But I will say this. The fat JD Vance memes were fucking hilarious. And this one has always stuck out at me. Now, why do I do this to you? Jennifer, pay attention.
Lawmakers who keep getting handcuffed. The New York Times just did a story. They keep getting handcuffed, suggesting that the Trump administration is cracking down on Democrats.
Just widen the
Comment on
face.
that?
Well, I was hoping Jose
Give
Padilla
him
would
curly
be here
hair?
to ask a question, but unfortunately, I guess he decided not to show up because there wasn't the theater. And that's all it is. You know, I think everybody realizes that's what this is. It's pure political theater. These guys show up. They want to be captured on camera doing something. They want to be able to go back to their far left groups and to say, look, me, I stood up against border enforcement. I stood up against Donald Trump. When all they're really standing up for is for drug cartels to run rampant over our country and sex traffickers to be able to continue to traffic little kids into our country. That's what you're doing when you stand against border enforcement. So I think these guys, we ought to laugh them out of the building. We ought to call them out for doing what they're doing, which is grandstanding. And if they want to work seriously on border enforcement.
Jennifer, with the 2-month membership here, I'm still in bad shape. If anyone is able to help, y'all know what to do. If you can drop that in there, go ahead.
Drop the link, Jen.
Community safe. The Trump administration's door is wide.
You know how to
open,
get it. You got it.
They'd love the grandstanding. They hate law enforcement because they hate the idea of the United States of America having a border. It's a disgrace, but it is what it is. We'll do one more question.
Jose Padilla. Now, here's the thing.
Shout out to Jose.
Oh, yeah, I lined that up for right after that because I was just going to be like, look, this is what I see when I watch him, but I did that beforehand. But we got this from Nick Sorter. A JD Vance spokesperson just trolled CNN when they asked why Vance called Alex Padilla Jose. JD must have mixed up the two people who had broken the law. The real Jose Padilla was convicted of aiding and abetting terrorism. Jose Padilla, as known as Abdul Alaba whatever, is a United States citizen who was convicted in a federal court of aiding terrorism. Let's go ahead one more time.
Well, I was hoping Jose Padilla would be here to ask a question, but unfortunately, I guess he decided not to show up because there wasn't the theater.
If that were the case. I just think the motherfucker was making fun of the dude. Yeah.
And they're more mad at that than Jose Padilla calling for people to take to the streets or any of the Democrats. It's a mainly peaceful protest. He called him Jose. He called him Jose.
Well, why they call him Jose? What does Jose got to say?
He knows my name. Look, sadly, it's just an indicator of how petty and unserious this administration is.
What do you mean, Jose?
Really? Really, petty? You ran into Kristi Noem's press conference and started screaming like a bitch.
Letting your voice be heard because you're a fucking senator dick slap all over that woman's fucking face. Wait, wouldn't that be the patriarchy in motion? I mean, you, as a Mexican anchor baby, tried to walk up and mansplain to a woman what was going on? I mean, who the fuck are you? That's a woman. Oh, I'm sorry. What the fuck is a woman? I'm not a biologist. I can't tell you. So we kind of painted ourselves in a corner here, right?
He's the vice president of the United States. You think he'd take the situation in Los Angeles more seriously? You know, you think maybe he'd take a moment to talk to some of the families who have been impacted, have been terrorized, to feel what's really going on the ground? I mean, you saw him shaking hands with Marines, but did he listen to the Marines? Because we...
Oh, he shook hands, but did he listen to what they were saying? Because we have... Hold up.
Have... You know, report after report of the Marines, so many of the Marines themselves that don't want to be there. That's not why they enlisted. Or if not the migrant families, how about the employers who I know are speaking up?
The migrant families. Because there might be enlisted people whose parents are illegal. Because they're anchor babies too. And they might have to facilitate in the removal of their own fucking parents. I mean, you wanted anchor baby status though, right?
But the Marines didn't do any of that.
No.
They just sat back. All they did was sat back and watched federal buildings, so they weren't lit on fire like they did in Oregon and Michigan.
They didn't
That's
do
all
a
they
damn
did.
thing. The National Guard was out there saying, hey, y'all motherfuckers need to do this. Control this shit. This is your exit. This looks like an actual point you need to pay attention to. That's all the fucking National Guard did. The entire fucking time was make sure that every instance was covered. They knew what the fuck was going on. And they were protecting the federal fucking agents. They used the police department as pawns, if you want to put it to that fucking angle. But goddamn, y'all motherfuckers were trying to take them out because they staged at a Home Depot. And y'all motherfuckers think they're going to gather around, talk about how they're going to raid the building they're parking right outside of. How the fuck does that make any goddamn sense?
By the way, every TikTok I've seen of a Marine talking about this administration, they're all happy. They're all happy to have Trump back.
Right.
Every single one of them. They didn't say a word about Joe Biden. They didn't say a word about Joe Biden. All they said is the best administration I've ever worked under is a Trump administration, and I'm glad he's back.
You saw a huge exodus out of the military because of Joe Biden, because of COVID shit and everything that was going on with this motherfucker targeting Christians and all that shit. There was a huge exodus of the military under Joe Biden. There is a motherfucker. What was it? The Air Force gained their recruitment fucking 4 months early.
Yep.
3-4 months early, something like that. They got their recruitment call 3-4 months early, and they're still pulling motherfuckers in. What?
Because they're concerned about their workforce.
Go ahead.
No, that was another funny thing. Is like I saw videos of fucking TDSs talking about how I better see everyone who's cheering the Iran thing lined up at a military recruitment.
You know what?
The Air Force just gained their whole year in 4 months. How do you like that?
We've gone way too long on Rumble.
Yeah, on YouTube.
On YouTube, ladies and gentlemen. We've gone an hour and a half. We got to go. We're going to see you on the other side because we got some shit to talk about Antarctica. Before we hit up Wesley Hunt owning Bill Maher on his own damn show. It's amazing.
We had so much shit to talk about today.
We're going to have to kind of wrap this and kind of put some bow on some of this because we're going to be here till 11:12. But we will see you on the other side. You got 3 minutes.
You're never gonna make it, you're not good enough. There's a million other people with the same stuff. You really think you're different, man, you must be kidding. Think you're gonna hit it, but you just don't get it. It's impossible, it's not probable, you're irresponsible. Too many obstacles, you gotta stop it, yo. You gotta take it slow, you can't be a pro, don't waste your time no more. Who the fuck are you to tell me what to do? I don't give a damn if you say you disapprove. I'm gonna make my move, I'm gonna make it soon. And I'll do it cause it's what I wanna fucking do. Cause all these opinions and all these positions, they come in millions, they blocking your vision. But no, you can't listen, that shit is all fiction. Cause you hold the power as long as you're dreaming. There's no way that you make it, and maybe you can fake it, but you're never gonna make it. Are you just gonna take that? Make them take it all back. Don't tell me you believe that. Are you just gonna take that? Or will you fucking fight back?